Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Live with Renee Antoine. So, Thrive with Renee. My name is Renee Antoine, and my mission is to empower you to live a life with purpose and prosperity. So, I started Thrive with Renee in order to empower us with the knowledge and tools to help us succeed. So, today is Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I teach about financial wisdom to help us succeed. So on Mondays, I do Monday mindset, Wednesdays, Wednesday wisdom, which focus on the finances, and Friday features, which going to be about businesses and books that can help us thrive. So with that being said, I am a former banker turned entrepreneur. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I have my own business in the financial services industry. So our today topic is the number one key to a solid financial foundation. So the number one key of a solid financial foundation. Welcome to everyone joining me live. I appreciate it. Kindly share it with someone because it's gonna be valuable information. And so the more people that hears it, the better for us and the better for our community. So, what is the number one key to a financial foundation that is solid? So, to answer this question, let's explore two triangles. Okay, so all of us knows triangles. So let's do this triangle. And it's going to be an upside down triangle, and then you will soon know why I do that. Okay, so let's do one, two, okay, three. All right, so we have this upside down triangle when it comes to our finances, when it comes to our financial life. I'm not even sure. Okay, so with that being said, when we go to school, we graduate from school and now we're living in the real world, we're going to work, we get a job. So the first thing that we are told is the benefit that the job offers. And typically they offer us 401k. If you are maybe a non-for-profit or work for the government, then there's 7 for O3B, all those IRS codes that basically said this is a retirement saving vehicle. Okay, that's why we put most of our money when we go to work. So those are being invested in stocks and all of those risky investment. The second thing is we are told to save. Okay, so we said, okay, we need to save because it's important to save for emergency. It's really important to save. So we try to save. So now we're talking about the financial foundation now. And then when we're working, we have some money in our retirement account, and then we are saving, okay? And now we say, okay, let's live the American dream, okay? And then most of us, if you can type it in the chat, what is the American dream for most of us? And that's to be a homeowner. So to be a homeowner is to be in real estate. And so finally, and then technically this shouldn't be that big. This should be very much longer, but I didn't do that in advance. And last but not least, let's do that because most of us don't really have a proper financial plan. And now we have all that, then we consider life insurance. Okay? You see how tiny this is? I hope you guys can see this. Okay. So right now I'm talking about the typical financial foundation. We go to work, we put most of our money in 401k or with 403b or some type of retirement plan. But then when we put our money there, most of the time we do not really actually know anything about this retirement account. Some of us, the company says they offer a match, put your money there, and then we do it. We don't know what is being invested. We do not know how it's being invested. And some of us don't even ever open those statements to actually see are our money actually growing or are we always losing value. But then we're putting most of our money there with no solid knowledge of it. And then the second one is with saving. Okay, we most of us try to save, but I know that from my experience as a former banker, I know that a lot of people have a difficulty saving. Okay, so hence why the forced saving. So the 401k, all of that, our forced retirement saving. But in the savings account is we some of us who are maybe more what do you say, more disciplined to save than we try to save. But then because it's so liquid, we have access to it, we can always take it out, and so there's no discipline with that. And also, as a former banker, I can tell you that when you put your money in the bank on the saving account, typically a generous interest rate is 0.50. So you try to save, but it doesn't really have any growth, and then most of the time it's going nowhere. And then now we try to go into real estate. Okay, so we say, okay, I have a good financial foundation right now. Let me go and be a homeowner. It's amazing to be a homeowner. It's a good thing to be a homeowner. But then when we put it here, and then last but not least, we say, okay, now that I have all these three major things, okay, now I'm finally thinking about life insurance. And when it comes to life insurance, we just make it our last priority, and then we try to get the most amount of coverage for the least amount of money. And then typically people say, well, I want maybe have $25, $50, stuff like that. Having something is better than having nothing. But if your financial foundation is like this, okay, whereas when the stock market goes down with everything that's going now, you're losing a high percentage of your retirement money, okay? And then let's just say now you've been saving, but everything that's going on with the economy now, you don't have maybe you unfortunately lost your job, and now you have to use your savings account, or maybe you and then now you're in real estate. Okay, so you don't have a job, you're using your saving account, you pay for your real estate, which is your home, but then life insurance is less. So God forbid that. So you were either to get sick or you to pass away. This real estate that you work so hard to acquire, you can potentially lose that. The savings account that you try to save, now this is what you maybe your loved one is depending on, either to continue to provide for you or either to bury you. Okay, on my screen, I'm not sure why this is like this. Okay, give me a second. I'm sorry, y'all. This one's so dark. Okay, I think this is much better. All right, thank you all for your patience. Okay, I think this is much better. So your savings account, this is what your loved one, if you have any, is gonna need to be using to potentially bury you or to provide for you. And then your 401k, your 457, your 403b, and if you get sick, because they have like the limit, you have to be 59 and a half for you to take advantage of it. Anything before that, you could potentially have a tax or penalty, a withdrawal tax penalty. So that tells us that this is what we are being taught. This is what we are being taught when we go to work, when we become an adult. This is the financial foundation. Life insurance is less. Okay, that's not a solid foundation. Okay, this is what a solid foundation is. Boom, 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 boom. So now let's explore this triangle. This triangle, to have a solid financial foundation, life insurance must be the number one priority. I don't know why I did this so big, but you get the point. Life insurance has to be our number one priority because God forbid something were to happen to us. Okay? The life insurance will protect our real estate, which is the home that we work so hard for. We go to work for to provide for our family. So the life insurance protect our real estate, and then obviously, it's good to save. So therefore, go ahead and have your saving account, okay, so that if God forbid you lose your job or something happen, in addition to the life insurance policy, you can also use your savings account, to protect your real estate as well, or to continue your payment. Okay, and then we can talk about this. It shouldn't be that big, but we can talk about the 401k and 403b, 457, so whatever your company is. If you're a government employee, or if you work for a non-for-profit, then you can consider that stocks, whatever else you want to invest in. But the key to a solid financial foundation is life insurance. Why am I having this discussion with you all this morning? September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. Okay, so a lot of times, especially us in our community, we don't really understand the real value of life insurance and why it's important. We put it last in our financial list, okay? And then we just think that we'll get to it when we get to it. That should not be the case. We should not be getting to life insurance when we get to it, okay? So, and when I'm talking about life insurance, I'm talking about an independent policy that you and I own in the event that life were to happen. So we know that now life insurance is important. Okay, now let's discuss the three problems that life insurance solves. Um, so the number one problem that life insurance solves is death. That's what most people know. You and I, when somebody talk to us about life insurance, we think about death. It's one of the three problems that life insurance solves. Okay, the number two is sickness. Okay, most people do not know that if you get sick, okay, that life insurance provides solutions for that. And then number three, I should put it that way. Boom, boom, boom. Let me do it this way. Sickness. Three, long life. Okay, would you think that long life is a problem? Most of us think that long life is a good thing, and it is a good thing. But long life is actually a problem. Why is that? Because if we are living long, and then now we don't have enough money to basically continue to survive and to thrive on, it becomes a problem. So life insurance protect your loved ones, okay? If you pass away, okay, it replaces your economic value. Life insurance can never replace you. Let's be clear about that. Life insurance will not replace you, but it will replace the economic value that you provide to your loved ones, people who depend on you, people who depend on your income, people that you are responsible for. That's what life insurance provides. Okay. Number two, sickness. Okay. We all know that either we die or either we get sick. Either way, something is gonna happen. But then most people don't know that the new life insurance have something called living benefits. Have living benefits. So what that means is that if you were to get diagnosed with a chronic illness or a terminal illness, so instead of the company saying that, okay, I'm gonna wait until you die, and then once you die, I'm gonna give you a benefit to your family. Let's go ahead and give you a large portion of that money right now. You get to get this money right now, okay? You decide what you choose to do with it. It is tax free, meaning that if you want to use it to pay for your medical expenses, go ahead and do that. If you want to be able to say, okay, this is how I want this money to be I guess used so that I can create a generational wealth for my family, you get to do that. A lot of time when people get sick, obviously illnesses, diseases kill people, but it kills them faster when they do not have the solid financial foundation to continue to live on. They cannot go to work, so therefore they're not making any money. Okay, they cannot pay them for medications, and it stresses them out because they cannot provide for the family. So this is the number two solution that life insurance offer. And number three is long life, meaning that we are living longer due to medical advances, but then we are not really having a solid foundation so that we can thrive in our retirement. So some insurance policy have what it's called cash value. So the cash value is what it's being built when you are paying your premium. A large portion of it is being invested so that you can have cash value that you can choose to use however you choose. Okay. And when you withdraw it as a loan, then you can maybe use it to invest in a business, pay off your home, or maybe supplement your social security, because we all know that social security is not nearly enough of what we need. So this is what life insurance, the problems that life insurance solves. Okay, so now we know life insurance is the number one financial key or financial solid key to a financial foundation. Okay, the number one key of a solid financial foundation. And we know the problem that life insurance solves. Okay, death, sickness, long life. It helps you to supplement your retirement with your cash value. Now, who needs life insurance? You will be smart to say everyone. Okay, everybody needs life insurance, but let's be more specific. Okay, so let's be more specific about who needs life insurance. Are you married? Maybe I should move this way. Yep, I think this will a little bit better. Boom, 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 boom. So if you are married, right, you need life insurance. Why is that? You've told someone that you will provide for them, you will be there for them, you will take care of them. Okay, this is the promise that you made. Okay, it was in sickness and in health, but I'm gonna add in sickness and health, and I'm gonna add in death, because that's what you said you will do. So therefore, if you married, you need life insurance to protect this person, because again, life insurance is not only about death, it's about sickness. So if you were to get sick with a chronic illness and a terminal illness, okay, and now you're married, you did not pass away, but you're married, but now without life insurance, the proper life insurance that has living benefits, technically you can become a burden to this person, because now they have to work to provide for the whole family, they have to take care of you, and then so they don't have a solid foundation, so that if when life happens, not if life will happen, life will always happen, when life happens, that we will be okay. So if we are married, we need life insurance to protect our spouses, to protect to honor the vows that we made to them. The second one is if you are a parent. Okay, you are a parent, you decided to bring somebody into this world, you need life insurance. Okay, because you said that you will provide for this person, and that means that whether you, especially a minor, okay, especially if you have a minor, I can understand if you have adult children, you know, but we'll talk about that later. But especially if you have a minor, regardless if you're here or not, regardless if you're healthy or sick, okay, that child will always depend on you financially. So therefore, as a responsible adult, we need to take advantage of life insurance so that we can protect ourselves and our loved ones, and to honor our responsibilities as parents. If you are a homeowner, if you are a homeowner, okay, you need life insurance. You work so hard, okay, you live the American dream, you are told to go to work, okay, get a job, and now you're doing your thing, okay? Now you became a homeowner, real estate, okay? And then so now, God forbid, you get sick and you no longer have this job, okay? You have this chronic illness, you no longer have this job to pay for your house. Well, what will happen? Most of the time people lose their house because they get sick, because the medical expense is so high they don't have a solid life insurance policy that has living benefits that can help them continue to pay for the mortgage, because the bank is not going to say, oh, you're sick, I'm sorry, you don't have to pay anymore. No, the bank is not going to say that. The bank is going to say, where's my money? You don't have my money, okay, bye, give me my house. Okay, so with that being said, we need life insurance to protect, or real estate to protect the home that we work so hard for, to provide for our spouses, to provide to our children, to create legacy, to create generational wealth, and to build legacy to home ownership. We need to protect our home. And boom, boom, boom. Let's go to business owner. Most people don't know that as a business owner, obviously you have life, you not life insurance, you have insurance for the business itself, but then you yourself can have life insurance as the key person, okay, of the company. Because if the business depend on you, and then so a large portion of the business depend on you, then therefore if God forbid something were to happen to you, whether you get sick or you pass away, then the life insurance that you have for the business, okay, will be able to replace the economic value that you provide to the business. So that's important. And then if you are an employee, okay, most people have this misconception that if they have an employee and they have insurance, life insurance to the job, that it is end all be all. And that is not the case. Okay. Especially with everything that's going on right now with Corona, a lot of people are losing their job. Typically people don't think about, oh, I lost my job right now, so how do I go ahead and convert this group policy that I have to an independent policy so that I can continue to have my life insurance. Most people don't think about that. Okay, when they lose their job, they just think about, okay, what do I do now, next, stuff like that. But then even though the company sometimes, if they provide life insurance, maybe they give you the option to go ahead and convert it to an independent policy. Now, because you're not part of this group, it becomes so expensive to have it. And then, like I said, most people either do not know that or don't even do that. Okay, and therefore now they lost their job. Okay, and now they don't even have life insurance to protect them against these three problems that we just talked about. So with that being said, don't think that, okay, I have life insurance and then I'm good. No, we have to have an independent policy. And then let me give you an example. Just recently, I have a lady who needed life insurance. She's been with a company for 18 years. 18 years she was with the company. And then, the company, I guess, had to go to some layoff. And then now she no longer have life insurance, which means that she was obviously younger when 18 years ago, healthier, and, in a better financial situation. But then now that it's 18 years later, obviously, people grow up, they have health challenges, things become more difficult for them. So now she had to struggle to find a life insurance company who will insure her, and then she didn't even get like what she needed. So she is very underinsured right now because obviously she did not have the knowledge to know that let's not depend on the job insurance policy, because we never know tomorrow. Okay, what we know is today we have to protect ourselves and protect our loved one, because we can only depend on ourselves. We cannot depend on a company. Thank you for everyone who's watching. I appreciate it. My name is Winnie Antoine, and basically my mission is to empower us with the knowledge and tools to help us succeed. So I can see all of you watching. I appreciate it. Kindly share it if you find value from this video. Because September is Life Insurance Awareness Month, so that's why I'm having this conversation, even though it's like I think the last day of September. But then it's important that we have this conversation. So with that being said, now let's talk about the single people. So the single people typically say, well, I'm single. I'm single. I don't have no kids. I don't have no spouse. I don't have a house. Why do I need life insurance for? Uh, yeah, you do. You do need life insurance. Yeah, you can pass away and you can also get sick. God forbid you pass away. Who's going to cover your funeral costs? My thing is, if we are 18 or older, okay, we should be able to cover our funeral costs. No one should be responsible to bury us because we have the knowledge that life insurance is here and it is so affordable to have life insurance. I promise you all. I promise you all. The money that you all spend on maybe eating if you go to McDonald's one time, okay, and then that maybe taking not a happy meal, obviously, but the money that we spend on one meal going out can be more than enough to pay for a life insurance policy. So it is affordable. Let's leave it at that. Okay, so single people, you can also get sick. You can also pass away. So which means that regardless if you have kids or not, you and I, we should be responsible enough to know that this vehicle exists, okay? The wealthy people are taking advantage of it. It is time you and I, we take advantage of it as well because we should not be a burden to our loved ones. We should not be a burden to our family, okay? We should not be a burden to society. So with that being said, that's all I have for you all today. I appreciate everyone who's been watching. So this information that I'm sharing with you all is information that I have learned. Okay. Obviously, we go to school, people don't teach us that. Okay. I was a banker for 8 years. Not I wasn't a banker for 8 years. I was in banking for 8 years. Okay, we don't teach people that. As a banker, all I did, I open savings account for people, I open checking account for them, I open credit card for them, which gives them debt. Okay, and I help them getting loans. I apply for loans for them, which put them in debt. But now I'm in an industry that allows me to teach people how to build wealth, how to build generational wealth, how to protect themselves, how to protect their loved ones, because life will always happen. So I am getting trained by the best and the best in our industry. Because when we want to go far, it's always good to attach ourselves with people who are expert in our industry. So with that being said, my trainers and my mentors are Matt and Sheena Sapola. They won the number one organization in the life insurance industry and the financial services organization. So with that being said, go ahead and do me a favor and go subscribe to Matt Sapala's page, Seven Figure Squad, because if you find this information that I'm showing with you valuable, I mean, he provides so much knowledge on his YouTube page that you can go ahead and see a video that he just did about what I'm showing you all right now. So it's Seven Figure Squad. If you can do me one favor from this knowledge that I'm offering you right now, go ahead and do that and subscribe to his page. So the life insurance industry has a big problem. The thing is, we have homeowners insurance. Nobody has to convince us to tell us to have homeowners insurance, because if we're gonna buy a house, before we sign, we have to have homeowners insurance. We go buy a car, you cannot leave the lot without car insurance. Okay, and what else? Or cell phones, all of that. Menial things we have insurance on them, but when it comes to our life, we do not have. Most of us don't have life insurance. Either we don't have it or we don't have enough of it. And as a matter of fact, this evening I will be live in conversation with attorney Daphne Chameleon, where I will be talking to you all about the different type of life insurance. Obviously, this video was not intended to be this long. But then if you want to know the different type of life insurance. I'm gonna be talking about that tonight at 8 o'clock live on my Facebook page. And then also, if you want to know how do you determine how much life insurance that you need, I will be discussing that this evening at 8 p.m. on another live. So go ahead and maybe add that to your calendar to go ahead and join me there as well. So with that being said, the life insurance industry have a distribution problem. Even though it is so amazing, I mean, it's a great thing to have, but then there's not enough people who's teaching who's teaching about this information. So we need more people who can learn this, be coachable enough to learn this information, to be trained by mentors such as Sheena and Matt Sapala, who's been in the industry for over 21 years, okay? And who can then go to our community to share with our friends or loved one and say, this is why this is important. This is why you and I should invest in a life insurance policy. The reason why I say invest, because insurance is not an expense. It's an investment because it gives you something in return. Okay, if you pass away, it gives your family, okay, a death benefit. Okay, if you get sick, it gives you a check. If you live long, it gives you a check. Okay, and then so with that being said, if you found this information valuable and then you yourself say, okay, with everything that's going on right now, this is a great industry. This is something that I'm willing to learn so that I can share to my friends and my family. Go ahead and reach out to me, and we can have a discussion about if we are a good fit for one another. And or maybe you yourself saying, okay, this is great information. I really need to get my stuff together. I really need to build a solid financial foundation. I need to get life insurance for myself. Go ahead and reach out to me as well, and I can show you how affordable it is for you and I to protect ourselves. With that being said, again, my name is Wendy Antoine, and my mission is to empower you to live a life of purpose and prosperity. So again, life insurance. September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. That's why I'm doing this live. That's why I'm providing this information to you all. Go ahead and share it with somebody else so they themselves can be educated about the importance of this key vehicle to a solid financial foundation. And then I'm going to ask you all 3 questions. So if you've been watching this and then you're still on the fence, okay? You're like, I still don't, don't think about this life insurance. And I've had people who doesn't really, who was blunt enough to say, well, I don't understand it. I don't understand it, I don't really know about it. Okay. So for you now to jump over the fence, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. And those questions are, do you know for certain do you know for certain that there's going to be one day that you will no longer be in this world? That there's going to be one day that you will die? Do you know for certain that's going to happen? Number 2, okay? When that day happen, will you potentially be a burden for your family if you were to pass away, if you were to get sick or die today? If you were to get sick or die today, will you be a potential burden to your family? And number 3, do you have a loved one or a child who depend on your income? Do you have a child or a parent or a loved one who depend on your income? If you answer yes to any of this question, then life insurance is important for you to have. Okay, it is a no-brainer because you just answered yes to these 3 questions. To any one of these 3 questions, then you need to have an independent life insurance policy, and you need to share this information with someone that you care about, with someone that potentially might be a burden to you if they were to pass away or if they were to get sick, because now you will be responsible for the burial, or you will be responsible to continue to take care of them. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave you all with a quote, right? With a quote. So part of my industry and part of the company that I am an independent agent with, I am surrounded by leaders who are in this community, who are, like I said, always training us, always teaching us, and always providing us with information. So I have amazing colleagues, people who's doing this, people who are changing lives, people who are helping families build generational wealth. And one of those mentors is Jasmine Swazo. You can go ahead and follow her as well. Let me see if I can put it right here. Jasmine. Hopefully, you guys can see that Swazo. So Jasmine said an important quote, and I'm going to share with you what she said, and I'm going to read it just so I make sure that I do justice to it. So she said, procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you another chance in the future to do something that He purposed you to do today. Okay? So procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you another chance in the future to do something that He purposed you to do today. So this is what Jasmine said. Okay. So with that being said, I just gave you all the information today. I showed you that life insurance is the key to a solid financial foundation. I explained to you the three problems that life insurance solve: death, sickness, long life. Yes, it's a problem. I showed you who need life insurance. Okay, so with that being said, now that you have the information, what will you choose? Okay, so will you go ahead and take action today and share this information today, or take use this information for yourself today, or will you arrogantly assume that tomorrow you will be here and that you do not need this key financial foundation? So and go ahead and choose for yourself. But all I know that for me and my family, okay, I know a lot of us say we are Christian, God will protect us, okay, and that we are covered under the blood. My family and I, we are covered under the blood, but we are also covered with life insurance. So with that being said, my name is Renee Antoine. My mission is to empower you to live a life of purpose and prosperity. So with Thrive with Renee, I aim to empower us with the knowledge and tools to help us succeed. To all of you watching me right now, I thank you kindly for watching. I appreciate it, even though I cannot. Oh, I see there's a comment. Let me check it right now. Okay. Good morning, Mary. Okay, Mary said good morning. Thank you all. Okay, so with that being said, if nobody asked questions, so if you do have a question, I'm gonna end it right now. But if you do have a question, I will be on this evening at 8 p.m. So that way I can answer any question that you may have. And then also this evening, I will briefly go over this. I was I did not intend to go this long, and but this evening I will discuss the four types of life insurance policy, and I will also discuss how do we determine how much life insurance that you and I need. Okay, so it's not as simple as you and I may think. So that's all. I appreciate you all. My name is Winnie Antoine. Signing out. One love. Bye for now. See you at 8 p.m. Again, our firm is expanding. So if you see that this is something that is valuable, that you will be able to be coachable to learn this industry, because it is a recession-proof industry, it is a pandemic-proof industry, and it's also a lucrative industry. Go ahead and contact me, and we will have a conversation about who we are, what we do, and see if we might be a good fit for one another. And also, if you yourself may not have an independent life insurance policy right now, and you see that it's good to have a solid financial foundation, go ahead and reach out to me as well, and I can show you how very affordable it is to protect yourself and your loved one. Vinny Antoine signing out. Bye for now. One love. Thank you, everyone watching. Kindly share it. And remember to go ahead and do me a favor, go to YouTube and type Seven Figure Squad and subscribe to Matt Sapala page, because he He has 21 years experience in this industry, and you can learn a lot from him. Have a good day. See you at 8 p.m. Thank you, and bye bye.